Hi there. Teaching in Second Life is a very special experience, but sometimes it is difficult to figure out how to do exactly what you want to do. I'd like to show you some tools I have found or created to make teaching here easier. Although most of your time with students will be spent working with them in the many very different and amazing venues of Second Life, there will be times when you will want to have an established place to meet. Wherever that place is, the items I'm going to show you will make your job easier. For my students, I have created the home behind me on EduNation Island. We meet here at the beginning of many of our lessons. I always have games put out for my students to play if they choose to arrive early, like the word scramble game under the umbrella near the water. When students want to enter my house, I encourage them to ring my doorbell, like they would do in real life. I've put scripts in the doorbell so it keeps the list of the avatars that come near it and gives out handouts and notes I would like my visitors to have. The first room students enter is this large room with many different seating areas for group work and pair work. I've divided the house into different sound parcels that I can turn on and off to allow students to work without hearing other groups if that is important to a particular activity. Around the room and throughout the house are a variety of interactive objects. For example, students can click on the newspapers on the coffee tables to hold them and read whatever contents you put inside them. If students click on the bookcase in the corner, they can get one of the many books inside the bookcase to read on their own or with a group. The TV above the fireplace can connect us to any video on the internet through a series of menus that pop up if we click on the word Damani on the bottom right-hand corner of the TV. Then we can sit on these couches here in Second Life and watch the movie clips or YouTube videos together. My kitchen is also interactive. If students click on the counter, they are given a long menu of drinks they can drink, and if they click on the refrigerator, they will receive an even longer list of foods they can eat. I built this house to include all the rooms you would find in a normal house, and also to include items that begin with every letter of the alphabet. This makes it possible to use the house for a house vocabulary scavenger hunt and an infinite number of role plays. However, the most important room upstairs is my office. In here I again have seating for groups and pairs, and an empty space in the center of the room. On top of my conference table is a newspaper that takes students to googlenews.net when clicked on, and these books here can be clicked on for additional handouts. I and my students can click on the bulletin board to leave and pick up notes and photos, but only I can put pictures on the picture board on the other wall, so it'll be ready to stimulate whatever conversations I have planned. The bookcase in the far corner gives books just like the bookcase downstairs, so students don't have to run up and down the stairs to get what text they might need for a lesson. On my desk is a small gray file box with general handouts on many different topics, as well as a book I wrote to help students get used to doing things in Second Life. Near the windows I have set up one of my board games. When the students sit at the table, they are given all the instructions and board pieces they will need. Finally, in this room, let me call your attention to a flippable whiteboard I created. One side contains an illustrated PowerPoint on how to change one's appearance and build objects and other basic tasks that new students might have difficulty with. Then, if you click on the red bar on the side of the whiteboard, it flips to give you a whiteboard you and your students can draw on, write on, type on, view documents on, view images on, and use for internet searches on questions that might come up in class, like a question my students had on if three-legged frogs really exist. I find teaching in Second Life to be fascinating, and you will too if you organize a space and acquire some of the basic tools that will enable you to do what you can do in real life and much, much more. Come and explore.